Hello, welcome to In 5 Minutes. Let's start with type 4, inverse by convolution theorem. That means there is something known as convolution. Now, what does exactly convolution means? Suppose I consider a system. Now, when two inputs are working together to give an output, that process is something said to be convolution. Convolution is defined by asterisk sign between two functions. So when I say f1 of t convolve with f2 of t, that is equal to 0 to t f1 of u f2 of t minus u du. So that's my definition of convolution. Now what exactly inverse Laplace transform convolution theorem says? It says Laplace of f1 of t convolve with f2 of t, that is equal to phi 1 of s into phi 2 of s. That means convolution sign changes to multiplication. That is exactly convolution theorem in Laplace. So I say convolution changes to multiplication. So what is important in this theorem, when we solve by inverse, if we want f1 of t convolve with f2 of t, you should remember that your phi 1 of s and phi 2 of s should be standard function. Standard function means you can easily say if phi 1 of s and phi 2 of s are the function, they should be standard function. That means we can say standard formulas of this both function. So I can discuss sum on this. Let's start. The first sum is we need to find Laplace inverse of s square divided by s square plus square the whole. So let's start with L inverse of s square divided by s square plus a square the whole square. Now, if you see the sum, you can easily do this sum by partial fraction also. Why to use convolution theorem? In university papers, normally they say by convolution theorem. So we have to use convolution theorem. So now first, what I said you that two functions phi 1 of s and phi 2 of s should be a standard function. So I can say phi 1 of s as s divided by s square plus a square and phi 2 of s, that is equal to s upon s square plus a square. So as this two are standard function, we need to find inverse of this by using convolution theorem. So I just write convolution theorem as L inverse of phi 1 of s into phi 2 of s is equal to 0 to t f1 of u into f2 of t minus u du. So let's find first f1 of u and f2 of t minus u. U is nothing but a dummy variable. So I can say L inverse of phi 1 of s, that is nothing but f1 of t, and that will be nothing but cos at. In a similar way, I can say L inverse of phi 2 of s, that is f2 of t, that is equal to again cos at. I want f1 of u, so just replace f1 of t by f1 of u. So I can write cos au, and similarly I want f2 of t minus u, so I can replace it by cos a into t minus u, which is equal to cos at minus au. Now just substitute in the formula in RHS and let's solve.